Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It is 9 o'clock, which means it's time for another video. Now, at the moment, it is coming up to Christmas for magicians. That's right. We are coming up to the Blackpool Magic Convention. We are coming up to the Blackpool Magic Convention, and this year it is promised to be bigger than ever before. It's definitely longer than ever before. It's 4 days. Dealer room is bigger than ever before, and I am in the process of interviewing all of the dealers, all of the magic shops, the producers, the creators, the movers and shakers, the people that are there. And let's be honest, that's one of the big reasons we go to Blackpool, because we want to meet these people and we want to look at what's the latest trick in magic. And when you think about Blackpool, there is one name that's synonymous over and over again with Blackpool, one name that's synonymous with the dealer hall, and one name that it doesn't matter how long you've been in magic, he is going to get your money and you're going to be happy about it because you're going to walk away with some incredible magic. I am, of course, talking about the OG, one of the nicest people in magic, the man himself, the greatest pitch man in the entire history of this community. I've got him here. We're chatting about the Blackpool releases for JB Magic, the one and only legend himself, Mr. Mark Mason. Mark, how you doing?
Jeez, man, I better be good after all that stuff. Every time you introduce me, I go, is he talking about me?
You know,
I'm
man, you
really, really
are.
well, Craig. Thanks. And the build-up's amazing. Thank you. I was just listening to what you're saying. It's going to be big, right? Blackpool.
I was
200
joking.
dealers, 4 days. I forgot how many lectures. They keep
Oh,
lecture
it's just
after lecture. So it's going to be big.
every time they announce something, I'm like, oh my God, surely they can't announce anything else. And then they
I know. I
But
know.
I was joking with Peter Nardi the other day. I was on the phone to Peter Nardi and I was joking with him. And I said, I'm fairly sure Mark Mason's strategy will be to not stay there for 4 days and disappear
That'd be
halfway
nice.
through day three. Because that's what happens normally. Halfway
Yeah,
through Sunday, you're gone. I reckon you'll probably be gone by Saturday afternoon because,
I hope
you know,
that'd be lovely. I don't know if I could do that, but that'd be lovely. But I'll be trying hard. That's all you can do really, and hopefully it'll be a good Blackpool.
it's going to be an amazing Blackpool. And look, let's be honest, they've announced a ton of shows, they've announced a ton of lecturers, but a lot of people, one of the big reasons to go to Blackpool is that dealer hall. Like,
I've said that for as long as I can remember. I think every convention. Now Blackpool, there's a lot of releases, isn't there? Let's be honest. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
I do it, but even a normal convention, people like to go watch new tricks, right? And see what they can add. It doesn't matter if you're an amateur or you do it in the pub or you do it professional, you're looking for something to take home. And it's a
Exactly.
part of going to a convention, picking up a book, picking up a whatever it is, whatever your thing is, that's a big part of it. I hope so. I mean, we've been selling this stuff for a long time now, so hopefully they like it.
And you're one of the few people that has still got the same spot from when you first started. They go down the stairs, they turn left, they go past Jal Miranda, and then the first person they're going to see is you, Mark. And you're going
That's
to
such a nice position. I like being there, and people sometimes ask me, and I promise you that was never. Can I be there? Can I? It's just where I got, and hopefully, this is going to sound a bit almost weird. I think sometimes you're just time served, and you deserve a nice spot. There's nothing wrong with saying that, is there, Craig? That
nope.
to have a nice. I'm 30 something years in, and I've never stopped demming. So I have got a nice spot, and I like being there. One of the reasons I don't like being moved all the time is people get used to where you are. They just come straight in and they want to see what you've got, the ones who like you. I like being next to John Miranda as well because he has some crazy stuff, right?
Oh, he does. Jao has the most
What's going
insane.
on with him? I've got crappy card tricks. He's got all sorts of stuff going on. And I'm like, geez, what is going on with this guy? I'm, I'm finding the four of diamonds. He's got windows and blocks of steel. He's got boxes that are nested and wires coming out of phones. And I'm like, shit, I'm going to find the four of diamonds here. He's on another level to me, that guy, I tell you. It's
But
funny.
I've said it over and over again. You're the destination for a lot of people that go in that dealer hall. I know you are with me. The first person I'm going to go and see is Mark Mason because I know that you don't bring out a ton of magic. You bring out like 4 or 5 things a year and
Yeah,
kind of
that's about
officially
me.
launch it at Blackpool. And
Yeah.
I know it's going to be something different, but also I know it's going to be a worker because you've spent years working, you've spent years in this industry, and you know what makes a good trick. You know, it needs.
That's nice of you to say.
No, it does, mate. I've never seen a bad Mark Mason trick or something that you've put your company name to because you know that it needs to have the toy factor. It needs to be fun. It needs to be accessible. It needs to be easy. It needs to be something that you can work. It needs to be something an amateur can do, but also at the same time a pro can do. And that's
Sure.
what you do every time, mate. You do every single time.
I try to do that, really, I do. And four's my favourite. I don't mind if I've got three, but I like to have four and then release them over the 12 months, up till Christmas. We can't all be Craig Petty and release something every Thursday. Some people just don't have those skills. There's regular people on this planet as well, but I'm happy to release three or four things that I think are fairly solid, you know, and that's what I try always to do, and it's been a good recipe, really. It's been a successful recipe for me. That it works great.
It always is. And I'll tell you something. This is an interesting year this year. It's a great year, and I'll tell you why. There's times where you'll come to Blackpool with four new releases, and it'll be four people that you've released tricks for on their behalf. So it's not
Yeah, I
not
do that
Mason
still.
trick. You do you. Some people will come to you, and you're very very picky. But if somebody comes to you with something that you think fits your brand, you will put your name to it and you'll release it, and that's
Absolutely.
and you've worked with some of the greats in this industry. You've worked with people like David Jonathan. You've worked with,
Yeah.
you've worked with some of the greats in this industry. But this year, and we'll get to this in a minute, but this year, three of the four items are Mark Mason releases.
Yeah. I decided I better let people know I can still do some of this crap, right? Um, it's funny because I've got two really great tricks. I shouldn't say this from other people, and just held them back a little bit and thought I'll release two or three of my own. Things I've been messing with on and off and picking up and putting down, and yeah, really really pleased with how they came out. I mean, I know you've seen them, but Conceal and the all new Sharpie through and. I've just been to Magi Fest. I was one of those guys in the crazy snow, up in Columbus, Ohio.
You got stuck in a hotel with no food and no exit.
Yeah, it was a bit weird. I had 5 flights cancelled. I never told anyone this, but on the last day, I bought every flight to Florida. I bought them all, everything. I went on every website and bought every single company's flight, all cancelable. I'm not nuts. And then as they got rid of me, I ended up with one left, and I got out on that one, and the others just refunded me. I just thought it was a good idea. But why I mentioned Columbus is I go there to dem the new stuff, and usually I hope this sounds right because I don't want it to sound. Usually you have a trick above the others, and then you have two that are good and one that don't sell as well. Very, very close this year. I had four brilliant sellers, and that's really nice. And that doesn't happen very often for me, Craig. I really do have normally something way above the others. But
Yeah,
within 5, 6, 7 pieces, they were all the same across the board. It was that tight.
that's great. That's great. And I want to, before we carry on talking about other stuff, I want to talk about these four releases, and just so that people know what to expect. And I'm going to go on record right now, having seen all four of them. I've said this before to you in the past, but I'm going to say it right now because I genuinely believe this is your strongest lineup that you've brought out as far back as I can remember. And you've had some strong stuff. I remember.
Strongest four collection, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. I remember I remember there was a year where you brought out Killer for Millennia and Initial Shock in the
yeah,
same year, and I'm like,
yeah.
to even
And
now,
mo-
I
and the
still
and incredible the four moving
yes,
spots.
yeah,
Those they were strong.
yeah, and they're still in my repertoire now. Like,
Yeah.
and I love that year. Every year that you bring out, I love. But having seen the stuff this is your strongest release year yet. I really believe that.
Yeah, the four items are really strong. There's not much separated them, and three of them are very similar price, so that helps. One's a bit more, but not silly money, and they almost sold the same. And I think as a collection, I think what you're saying is true because normally you do have an absolute winner,
Yeah.
then a couple that are okay, and then one that didn't quite sell as well, but that didn't happen. It was really really good. So super super happy. Um, yeah, I think they're going to go great at Blackpool.
I think they are, mate. I really do. Let's talk about the first one. Which one would you like to talk about first?
Well, let's do the one from Alex, and then we'll do three together
Okay.
from me. I'm a big fan of Alex
Yeah.
Latore,
So
right?
I'm going to say right now, if anybody doesn't know who Alex Latorre is, you've obviously been living under some sort of rock, because for the last year to a year and a half, he has become Penguin Magic's golden boy. Like, he has put so much stuff out with Penguin Magic. Literally, I was watching their YouTube channel the other day, and he's just brought a new trick out with them. Like, and
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
and I know Alex. I've interviewed Alex. I've chatted to Alex many times in
The
person.
nice lad, isn't he?
He's nice. He doesn't have an ego. He'd help
No.
anybody. He's very unassuming. But the other thing about Alex, and I really believe he's a genius. How his mind works. Well, he's an engineer by trade. He's a
Correct.
mechanical engineer, but with the mind of an incredibly experienced magician as well. You
Yeah,
put
he's
those two
really
things
great. I mean,
together.
I know these are older tricks, but Killer in Manila and Initial Shock and the other two I do from him. Killer in Manila is one of my favorite magic tricks.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing.
Period. I absolutely think it's fantastic, and that was Alex, and I did that for him. Alex knows I like sandwich tricks. So I love think of a card. I love card at any number, and my other big passion, and I do loads of them, are sandwich tricks. And he approached me with an email or a Facebook message that said, I've got an idea for they just name any card and it's sandwich. And I thought, well, I don't know how he's even going to do that, not without eliminating some or getting rid of some or whatever. But I'm telling you this, it's called the Ultimate Sandwich. And I worked with it with Christian Schenk. Christian helped me do some work on it as well. Me and Christian are presenting it for Alex. And I think, honestly, it's great.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like, the effect is, and I'm not hyperboling this at all. I'm not hyping it up. This is genuinely the effect. So you show two jokers, you bring out a deck of cards, you show them all the way front and back. You take
Yeah.
out the two jokers, and you openly put the two jokers into the ends of the spread, the extreme ends of the spread. So a couple of cards down from either direction. But before you do that, you have them name any card. And they literally can name any card. And
That's the bit.
yeah, that's the bit. That's the key thing. There's no limitations. It's not like, oh, they can name any card as long as it's a court card and you've got to do a bit of equivoke
Because
at
I
the
have
beginning.
those methods. I
Yeah,
like sandwiches. Get rid of the black, and that leaves a nines,
yeah,
and not
exactly.
like fives. And I have that already. And when Alex sent me the message, I thought, oh, this could be something similar. Or there's an add-on at the end, or there's a switch out at the end, or it's not really in there. This is great. Sorry, I
Yeah.
interrupted.
No. They name any card. I'm so excited about this because I think it's freaking genius. They name literally any card. You then snap your fingers or do whatever you're going to do. And now when you spread through the deck, the jokers have vanished from the ends of the deck. Genuinely. And you spread through, and now they're together in the middle of the deck. And you can even do it in slow motion if you want to, like a
Yeah, I like that.
slow motion sandwich. But the two jokers are together in the middle of the deck, and they've got one card in between them, and you take the jokers out and you take the card out and you show it them, and it's their card that they freely named.
And it really is, by the way. I know everyone at home's going, well, there's an add-on then, or there's a
No.
pickup, or there's a drop-off. There really isn't. And it's really strong for that. I'll tell you what else is great, Craig, that I never even mentioned to you. You can do this tabled or in your hands, the whole thing. You don't have to put anything down.
Oh yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah, it's not about the spread at all.
No,
I
it's
mean,
not.
when I
No.
showed you, I wanted you to see that there were, but you can do the whole thing in your hands as well, which is really
Mm.
great.
And
Another thing you could do, which I know you've done before, you could vanish the two jokers in something.
Yep. Yep.
So they could go in a box, they could go in a Himba wallet, they could go in something, a little switch envelope. They vanish from there, reappear in the deck with their card in between. That'd be good.
That would be amazing. Yeah,
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
you could easily do that. And the other thing that's worth noting to people, there's no angle issues to speak of at all.
No,
It's
nothing.
incredibly easy. You don't even need to do an add-on move. You don't even need to do a card control.
Well, I mean, really, with all due respect, it's almost is it a self-work? It's almost a self-worker, right?
Self-working. You can literally give this deck to someone who's got no experience in magic and say,
Yeah.
do this, and they could do
Yeah.
it. But also, when you started telling me, I was like, okay, there's going to be memory work. No, there's no memory work. There's no crib.
No.
There's nothing to remember. There's no maths. They literally.
At Magi Fest, Craig, people were coming back. They go, "I'll do it now with the six of clubs then." And then an hour later, they go, "I'll do it with the seven of diamonds." And they're going, "It really is every card." I'm going, "It's any card. You name any card. It's in between the two jokers." And they went, "That's mental." And it does look great. So absolutely delighted. Great to be
And
representing
it's
Alex
worth noting, by
Otoro.
the way, mate. It's also an instant reset.
Yeah, it's redone in it as
Yeah.
soon as you show them the six of spades in between the jokers, and it's ready to go again, isn't it? So I thought as soon as I saw it, I thought this is right down my street for Demming. This will dem like a Rolls Royce. It looks great. So
You know
really,
how
really pleased.
you know what I know a trick's good, Mark, when my mind starts racing with it once I understand the method. And I'm
Yeah,
sitting here thinking, oh my God, like I love the idea. What I would probably do, because they can literally name any card, I would put the jokers in the deck. I'd put the deck in their hand. I'd have them write down the name of the card, and I'd put it into a peak wallet or something, whichever. And I'd put the wallet away, and I'd be like, right, okay, you thought of a card, you've written it down, you've not told anyone, no one knows the card. What's
yeah.
this?
Never
And
thought of
now
that.
you
That's a
just
great. That'd be great.
can you imagine that they've never said it out loud? You couldn't do
Yeah,
that with most
it's a
methods,
bit
but
like.
because they can name any
Have you
card.
ever seen me do? I know this is nothing. Have you ever seen me do Magic Square?
Yes,
So
yeah,
you know, I never ask for a number. You know that, right?
yeah.
I peak the number, so it's 29. And then I go, is it 15, 26? It's not 17, is it? It's not 18 or 4. I don't think it's and in the end the whole square's wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And I go, for the first time, it's none of these. And they go, no, it's none of those numbers. I go, gee, I thought out of 16 I'd hit it, And they go, it's 29. And then I do then they unfold the wallet, then they take the piece of paper out. That's how I do Magic Square.
That's great. Well, you
I
can do
never say
this.
name a two-digit number, then start writing things down. I just don't do it that way. I've done it like that forever, and it gets a brilliant. By the way, you're welcome to. If anyone likes that, you're more than welcome. It's brilliant, really, because I do loads of gags. Go 14. They go no. I go yeah. They go no. I go yeah. That's 14. It's not my number. I never said it was. I just said 14. 22, not 9. It won't be a single digit. It won't be an 8, a 7, or a 6. And in the end, they go, I wrote 37, and I go, everything is now 37. But
That's
that'd be really good, what you just said. That'd be great.
Yeah, because you couldn't do that with most methods because it's not a
No,
free choice of card, but you can with this. So you could literally put two jokers into the deck, put the deck down on the table, or give them the deck to hold on to, have someone name a card, put it away in the wallet. You've never said anything. You've not said your card out loud. Now look,
you could
two
run to
jokers.
it first, couldn't
Yeah,
you?
you could then spread through and say, now
You
look,
could spread
jokers
and
are
say, look, there
together
really is
with
one. You've
one
not said
card in.
one word. Is it the 3 of clubs? And they go, Jesus Christ, yeah, and then turn it. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
great. Actually, that might be a good. Do you know what's weird about Deming? I don't talk about Deming a lot. I have a thing in my head, and I call it "Get to the Lemons" in my head. Just get to the lemons, all right.
Yeah.
When you're Deming, you're just showing. Really, you're just showing the parameter of what something can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't do all that stuff, can you, on the booth? There'd be a guy stood there go, oh, we could do this. And then you'd never sell anything.
No.
So I in my head, I always go, right, how are you going to get to the lemons now? What's the fastest way to get to those lemons in the chop cup? In my head,
Mm.
that's how I think of it. It's great. That would be really, really good. In fact, that might be the best handling.
Oh, well, there you go. You're welcome. Have it.
That
It's
might be the best handling. It'd be a bit long for me on a booth. You write something down, you
for
do
a
this.
booth.
But
Yeah. But for a
but
real
really,
world.
that might be in there because you. Do you want to know something? My dem on the booth for this, my dem on the booth is probably a bit short. I always say, look, you can do more with it. I'm trying to show you what it is. It's Blackpool. There's 80 people going, show me something. So I hope people are never offended by that. You're just trying to show them a highlight reel. Is that a good word?
Yeah.
You're showing them a highlight reel, aren't you?
Yeah.
Looks like this, by the way. It's called the ultimate sandwich.
And it is brilliant. I
Alex,
mean, look
yeah,
at
I
the names
like Alex
attached
a
to it.
lot, so I'm
Mark May,
absolutely delighted.
look at the names attached to it. Mark Mason, Card Shark, Alex Latore. I mean,
Should be okay, right?
I can't think of three better people involved in a trip, to be perfectly
Should
honest.
be okay. We should do all right with that, I think.
I
So
think we
people
will,
are
mate.
already. I only did a soft launch. It's not really launched up at Columbus, and I've had several emails going, "Have you got this any named sandwich thing?" And so I already. That's normally a good sign.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it you? Is it you who's got that sandwich where you name any? So that's pretty good. So
It's
hopefully
such a
that's going
worker.
to
I
go.
could see this becoming as popular as the Invisible Deck because it has that same feel. In the reason so many people love the Invisible Deck, it's any card. There's no messing around. You get to it straight away. This is exactly the same thing, but you can show the fronts and the backs of the cards the whole time. There's no
Yeah,
there's no angle issues.
none.
It's so easy to do. Like
And
I
like
can see.
Invisible Deck, when you put the six of clubs back, it's ready to rock and roll again, isn't it?
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
see this being like a standard piece that people take and walk around.
I hope you're right because I demmed it 50, 60 times now and it's great and it works every time. It hasn't let me down. This is the one I just showed you is the exact only one I've got. It's the exact same one so yeah, it's solid. It really is good and hopefully it sells great and people like it as much as we do, really. That's what you're always
Yeah.
aiming at, isn't it? You can't do much more than that.
Now,
Uh,
when we do these little chats, Mark, normally I let you pick the order. I'm going to request one now because this is probably the thing I'm most excited about out of everything I've seen at Blackpool. And I've spoken to so many dealers and producers at this point. Like, I know everything that's coming out. And this is
I'm
the
sorry,
thing.
buddy.
I'm going to get like five of these. I'm going to run over to your booth. I'm going to get five of them because I want to have this in my app forever because it's a billion times better than something I already do. Can we talk about the Sharpie trick? Please. This is
Yeah,
so good.
yeah. It,
I've
it,
done Sharpie through card for years and it kills. And
it's
this, and Peter Nardi will probably have a go at me about this, but I don't care. This pisses over any version of Sharpie
well.
through card I've ever seen. It's
Just to be
amazing.
absolutely clear, I never do ever bring something out thinking this is
I
better
know.
than his.
Yeah.
I try to make stuff where I think that's really really good. It's good.
Yeah.
Uh, Believe it or not, this was the best seller at Columbus.
I'm not surprised, mate.
Now,
The
don't get me
reason
wrong,
I'm
it's $30, it's 25. It's very, very fairly priced for what you get. But truth told, it was the best seller by
yeah.
about 10, not by a lot, but by about 10 over Conceal.
And I'll tell
The,
you why. I'll tell you why. One, it's an amazing dem. And when you see it twice, it's like, oh my God. But then when you show people how it's done, it's like,
yeah.
are you kidding me? What are you?
So years and years and years ago, I think 2005 or six, I brought out a trick called All New Sig Through, where you could show the other side. Now, admittedly, it was still a flap, it was still dental dam, there was still the middle raised bit, or however you want to word that. But for ages, I've been thinking if you could get rid of all that, if it had no flap, no dental dam, and because I saw your face when I showed you the other side, and it's really through,
You blew
and
me
then
away.
and then would you like to see it again the other way around? So it's a reversible gimmick. It's both sides. You can go down through the face or down through the back and nothing to break, no elastic, no dam, no thread, no double backer, it's just a card, right? It looks
It's
great. And
incredible.
I've never seen a burn like it. People are coming up saying that's not really the gimmick. And I'm going, that is the bloody
Can you
gimmick.
show the gimmick? Like you
Yeah,
as it don't show
yeah,
show the
absolutely.
card. Like it looks like a normal card and it does so much. Like so for those people that don't know, Sharpie through card is a classic of magic. And when Mark showed it me earlier, he took a card. That is the gimmick right there. Believe it or not.
People are coming to the booth, no, but this is not the gimmick, right? I'm going, this is the gimmick.
That's incredible.
That's the gimmick on the back.
Because it doesn't use a traditional method for doing Sharpie through card.
No, and it
But
hasn't got a piece that has to pop back into a
there's no
hole.
piece. So when Mark showed it me, he held the card, he put the Sharpie through, and then once the Sharpie had gone through, he turned his hand over. You can't do that. At that point, I was like, you can't do that. I was looking at the face, I was looking at the back, I was looking at the whole face, I was looking at the whole back. He pulled it out, there was no hole. He showed it like this. And then he said, do you want to do it again? And he turned it face up and he did it again. And he
Yeah, that's the
showed the
bit.
face, and he showed the
I
back.
just added that bit at Magi Fest. I was just doing it the other way and showing you then. Then I thought I could go the other way as well. So you've got like a reversible two-sided gimmick. Also, when you show the other side, you're not covering anything. I don't know if you realise that. I'm not got a cover. when I show you this through on
Yep.
this, I'm not covering something here. You could
No.
hold it like that if you wanted to.
Yep.
You're not covering a piece. There isn't a piece where you think, oh, I've got to cover that so you can't see it. I thought it'd sell well. And then Trisha's always, my wife, Trisha, she said that's really, really good, that. And she's normally a good judge, but I didn't know it'd be as strong as it was. People really, really liked it a lot.
Well,
So
let's
it's
be honest. Magicians carry around packs of cards and they carry around Sharpies. And Sharpie through card has been a classic for years. This is the best version I've ever seen. And
it's a
the
it's
nice
a
thing
one
is,
card gimmick, isn't it?
it's one card. You throw it into the deck. It's there. You do
Yeah,
it. You do the thing. You take the card back out again at the end, or
yeah,
you leave it in there. You could leave the gimmick in the deck and do whatever you want to do.
yeah, absolutely you
It
can.
wouldn't impact that. But you've
It,
got that
it,
gimmick in there. In fact, I bet you if you kept the gimmick in there, it'd also act as a really nice locator card.
well, it's exactly what it does. That's why when I run to that card, I don't have to know where it is because it's acting as thick stick, isn't it? It's acting
Yeah.
as a thick card. It looks like this. It's called All New Sharpie Through. Um, Different method. I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes. It's a total. I give a nice credit to Don England who invented the cigarette through card back from Chicago. He's gone now, unfortunately, but his original gimmick. But this is a totally different method. It's got nothing to do with flaps and dental dam and stuff. It doesn't work like that. It's a little moving system. I'm not even bothered about saying what it is. Yeah, as soon as your finger's on the button, it just moves the hole to the right place, and then you can just come down and it's great. It went brilliant at Columbus. I was a little bit shocked. I thought, well, I think people will like this. Is that a good trick? Is it not a good trick? But yeah,
I'm
it went
shocked at how
strong.
cheap you've got this as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't need to be 50 and 60 and so I don't know. I guess I'm still old school with these pricing. When things need to be 50, they're 50. When they need to be 100, they're 100. But at the end of the day, once all the parts are precision cut and once everything, it's all assemble, isn't it? So
Yeah.
yeah, really, I'm really happy with that. Very happy with
I
that. I
can
think,
see a lot of people at the Ruskin this February pushing cards, pushing Sharpies through cards. They're going to come to
yeah,
you start of day one, and then by evening of day one, it's going to be this everywhere in the
yeah,
Ruskin. Of course,
yeah,
that's the other thing. You can always tell a trick when it's good. Somebody can buy it. They can go back to the hotel room, watch a 10-minute tutorial,
yeah,
immediately just go, oh, that's how it works, and take it out in the evening and show their mates. That's when you know a trick is really commercial and
yeah. It, it's a good trick Sharpie through, isn't it?
yeah,
Regardless of the method, it's a good trick, isn't it? It looks
right
good,
through.
and this is a great method, an easy to do method. You can add it, take it away. It's a one thing that you've got to add. I show you a few cleanups on the video if you need two or three cleanups. I show you a few cleanups if you want to switch it in and switch it out. But really, you can leave it in the deck, like you said. So I'm glad you liked it. I knew when I turned it over, I could tell by your face you went, "You ain't going
You
to do it
fooled the
the other
crap out of
side."
me, mate. I was like, why is he bringing this up? Why is this one of his big releases? And then you were like,
Yeah,
when you turned it around, I was like, no, God.
yeah, yeah. It's good because nothing's opening and closing like that, is it? So it doesn't matter which way it goes through. So that it's yeah. Hopefully that's going to be a winner. I think.
It definitely is.
Well, thank you.
What would you like to talk about next? Should we talk about?
What about conceal?
Yes, please. I was hoping you were going to say that. Look,
Yeah,
before we even talk about this, one of my favorite tricks to perform and has been for years is making a coin vanish into a case deck of cards to locate a playing card so that the coin vanishes, it goes into the deck,
yeah,
you cut the deck, and the coin's there and it's right
yeah,
next to the card. I love doing
yeah.
it.
I like that trick as
Yeah.
well. I do it with unique. That was my dem in the shop for 20 years.
Oh, right, was it?
So I vanish for coin unique. I vanish whatever goes inside, and it's on the back. It's on the back of their card in the deck.
Great trick. It's a great trick. Always gets a good reaction. This is like the best version of that, but without needing to learn any sleight of hand or skill or anything. If it's okay, I'm going to explain to everyone what I saw because
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, that's why we're here. I love talking to
yes,
you.
you fooled the crap out of me with this again. So this is a regular deck of cards, and that's like the key
Correct.
thing that you need to understand. You take out the cards from the box, or you put the box to one side, or whatever. You have somebody pick a card. and they can take that card and they can
Yeah.
sign on the face. They take that card out. They see the front of it. They see the back of it. That's important. They take the card. They sign it. It's a signed card. They see every single side of that card, and then you put the card in the middle of the deck, and there's no control at all.
No,
The
no
card
tilt,
really
no
is
move.
going
It
into the
goes
middle of the
really
deck.
in.
And I think you put it face up into the deck, didn't you? You put it no, you didn't. No, you put it right.
No, I did face
No,
down.
you
You
face down. But
can.
you
You
could do
are
if you
right.
wanted
You
to. Yeah,
could
you
do
could
that,
do.
but
Yeah,
I'm
I was
doing it
thinking.
the other way. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can show it, and they see the front and the back as the card goes in. There's nothing, nothing, nothing. The cards then go in the box, and you know when you get a card box, and I've got to do. I'm sorry. So you know when you got the card box, and you've got this bit here and this bit here. This is exactly what happens. I swear to God, you need to go over to Mark to watch this because this is insane. He took the deck, and this is just a normal card box, by the way. So this is exactly what happened. He just went one, two, three, boom, and the sticker vanished off this from this part and this part, but there was nothing there. It's just gone. He then opens up, and there's no sticker here. There's no tab here. Like there's nothing. You can show it both. Your hands are empty. The bloody thing just disappeared. Then he takes the cards out, or they can take the cards out. You
Correct.
don't have to. They can take the cards out. Then spread through the deck themselves, and they're going to see one card with the sticker, the tab on it,
Yeah, the deck seal. Yeah.
back of it, and that's their signed card. But bear in mind, when that card was pushed into the deck, it was not there. They took the card out. They signed it on the face. They could check that card. It went in. There's no control. The sticker really did vanish.
Real sticker, that, by the way. I don't know if I
Real
mentioned.
sticker. Yeah,
Yeah.
real sticker. This is incredible. Like,
Yeah.
incredible. This is probably one of the strongest walk around pieces that I've ever seen.
It's called
Such a
Con
strong piece.
Seal. Yeah, I thought of that myself. Con Seal. See what I did
Great.
there, Craig?
I
Con
love that.
Seal. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. I like the names. So yeah, that was it. I love it. I think it's great. The more it's one of them. When you do it, you go, "Ooh," you just know it. It looks good and it feels good, and it's a real good worker because there's no elastics, no dental dams, nothing to steal off, add on. So that's really, really nice bit. I think. I think people are going to like it a lot. It's the sort of thing magicians like to perform, I think.
And
And
you know what? You know what I love about it very quickly? Sometimes when you see tricks like this, there's two elements. There's two elements to this trick, if you think about it. There's the vanish of the sticker,
yeah,
and then there's the reappearance of it in the deck.
correct.
And you could see another creator or another production company release this and focus on the one thing but not the other thing. So they could focus on the vanish of the sticker, but the spectator never saw the back of the card. So it was not clean, but they kind of go, but the sticker vanished, and they focus on that. Or there could be like the really super clean way of they see the card, they examine the card, it goes in the deck genuinely, but the sticker's just a false transfer. But what I love that you've done here is both elements of this trick are a giant evolution above anything that I've seen before and completely bulletproof. You could have taken the easy option here. You could have taken the easy option. And
Well,
you
you
could
need
have
a
said,
beginning, middle, and end, don't you? Isn't that just old school magic? Don't it have to
yeah,
do
I know,
that?
but
I
look,
don't want to buy a gimmick that doesn't do anything.
as a reviewer though, mate, there's so many reviews of tricks that come out, and it's just like, yeah, do this. You could have very easily done, okay, now take this sticker and do a false transfer, and it's stuck to the card. You could have done that,
I
or you
could have
could
done that, but
or
that
you,
ain't that ain't
no,
normally how I. That ain't
no, it's
how I
not, and
do
that's
stuff.
what, yeah, that's the point. That's what I
And
love about you, man. You so
also,
good.
the sticker could be anywhere. You do realise that, don't you? You do realise that little deck seal. It
Yeah,
comes with some deck seals to do the card trick. But if you put yourself out and spend $15, for I think you get 100 and something seals online, you could you could load up people. You could touch someone's arm. You could do on the back of the hand, couldn't you?
yep. Well,
You
how
know,
I plan on that back of the hand is amazing because you could do like a version of like the spider on the back of the hand without
yeah,
actually having a scary moment where the spider's on the back of the hand. And the vanish is completely self-working. The way I want to do this, as a worker is I just want to have an out to lunch principle set up on my business cards. So I've got like a stack of 15 business cards
Right.
where I've got stickers on each one. And I just have a half card covering those
All
stickers.
right. Yeah.
I wrap an
That'd
elastic
do it.
band around and I say, look, I'm going to show you something with my business cards. Can you sign this one for me? Brilliant. Hold it in between your hands. You hold on to my business card. Now, I do big illusion shows where I make somebody disappear from here and appear somewhere else. We're kind of close up here, but let's try and imagine that the sticker represents the girl that goes in the box. Watch, boom, she's vanished.
So,
Look at the
so
business
you're
card.
you're not even doing the card trick.
Nope, they are.
Yeah. So it's like not a card trick; it's a vanish of something, and yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, you could do it like that, definitely. I've never released my. I have a great ambitious card routine where their card ends up blue at the end, signed. So I do my whole routine. It jumps to the top and dirty, 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 and it ends up blue, signed. You could do this with that as well. You could do ambitious card, vanish the seal, it be on the back of their card, and you could do it like that as well and make a little ambitious sequence if you wanted to. I give them two or three different ideas. I give you a signed, a non-signed. A lot of people don't like buying lots of stickers, but these really are cheap. Deck seals are
Oh yeah,
cheap.
they're nothing. They're nothing. My
So I give them a couple of versions where you don't sign anything. So it's you can use the six of clubs, the five of spades, and the jack of diamonds forever. Does that make sense?
yes, it does.
But
Yeah,
I really like having nothing appearing and it being signed because it suits what I do. You know, it's a real winner concealer. It's going to be really, really great.
it is. And like I said to you before, I always think a trick is better when my mind starts racing. And like, I'm thinking, could I put a sticker on the back of a silver dollar and stick a magnetic shell on it so that they see the coin? And then I put it in their hand and I cover it up with a shimmed card. And then I make the sticker disappear. And when I lift up the card, now the sticker's on the coin in their hand. Like,
The vanish is almost, I did it a little bit in Columbus, like an afterthought, you know, almost like an impromptu. Oh,
yeah,
I'll tell you what we'll try. You know, obviously I
yeah,
know it's going to do that every time, but it's almost like that's not the thing. The thing is, how does it get on the back of your card? But the vanish does look great because you show inside and round the back as well. And that took me a little bit more design to do it that way. But yeah, I'm really, really pleased with how it come out. Just as a mention, it's not the same, and he's never released it. But Alex Latore has a deck seal vanish as well. I mean, you know, he's my friend. I've already spoken to him and shown him it and videoed him. I didn't know that. I independently thought of this, I don't know, a year ago, or whatever. But he has one that he's never released as well. But this is a great way of loading something. I mean, when I say loading, you're not really loading, but of something appearing onto something from an impossible situation, isn't it?
yeah, it
It
is.
looks like, I don't know for sure, it looks like that. That is conceal.
And it's brilliant. And again, it is absolute. And just to give you an idea, again, it's a regular deck that's in that box.
Yeah, regular. Yeah, I don't even supply decks.
No.
You know, you've got it's a
So you
regular
could
deck.
you could, for example, if you wanted to, have your Sharpie through card gimmick in the same regular deck as what you're using for that, and you could have those two routines, and you could go from one immediately into the other.
Yeah, I do that a lot. I mean, even when I'm demming, like a perfect one for me would be Reboxed and Incredible.
Yeah,
So I said, you love card tricks. No, I'll put them away then. And I put them back in. Wow. Then I take them. I say, okay, my card tricks are not like, and then I draw whatever, and then the crosses move or the circles move. So I like little link ups. That would link great, wouldn't it? Sharpie
yeah, it
through in
would.
there.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really would. That's a nice two trick set. Damn, damn. I mean, those three are just killer. But we've got one more
Yeah,
to talk about as well.
I
And
have.
this one, you've taken kind of what I think of as a classic Mark Mason trick, a classic JB trick, something that came out 2, 3, 4 years ago now that everybody raved about and still does to this day. And you've
I'm
improved.
not.
And
I'm
I'll
not
tell
the
you,
world's biggest version 2 person, and I'm not being disrespectful to anyone. I know there's lots of version 2s. I only have one or two in my entire collection because usually, being honest, they're the same thing, kind of. For instance, do you know my trick Solo? Can you remember Solo?
yes, I do.
The
Yeah,
two holes, you put the blue
yeah,
card in between So I've got a version 2 of Solo that I've never ever released that's just fantastic. But when all said and done, a blue card vanishes between two holes and appears in a box, it still feels like the same thing. So I tend not to go much on version twos, but when I released Quartet, you remember the red and blue
Yep.
changing places?
Yeah, and I remember telling you it's like one of the coolest card tricks in the world, coin tricks in the
I
world, but done with cards. It's yeah, it's,
I constantly get asked if it can be faces. I mean, if I brought what I should have done was printed a list of emails in the last 3 years. Can it be faces? Can a seven change with a joker? Can a nine change with a jack? Can a king change with a queen? And I'm always nice when I answer them, but that's not made. You can't make it. It's made differently. You can't. When you make something with backs, you've got all the board, you've got the white border, haven't you? And you just trim it to that, and that disguises it. When you're making something where the faces have to change, indexes as well, you have to make it a bit differently. I'm glad I persevered because it's come out really, really good. And I kind of am making them wrong, and then at the end they're right. And it only dawned on me 6 months ago. If you make them slightly wrong, then when you do the cut on the trim, everything comes back and it all lines back up again. So it's Quartet, but with faces. It's a jack and a king, or a queen and a king, or whatever. But you get that nice index change of the, when they change places.
oh
It does look good.
yeah, it really does. I mean, you were showing me the changes just before, and what I pointed out to you is yes, it's great. So now you can do quartet, but instead of the backs, you can do the faces, which means that you could take two cards out of a deck.
Correct.
You don't need them in a wallet, and you're bringing them out just to do this trick. You could literally just say stop. Okay, we'll use this one and this one. We'll fold them up and we'll use those two. Um,
Yeah.
but the other thing
That's
that
what people want to do, I think, when they ring. So that's why both backs are the same colour, by the way.
yeah,
I've got a red king and a black jack but the backs are both blue, or the backs are both red, so that you could have two cards in a deck and do the fold and then switch the gimmick in and then do the full routine.
yeah.
Would be really good.
Absolutely. But the other thing that I love about it as well, Mark, yes, you can take them out of a regular deck. But now, because you're dealing with the face changing instead of the back changing, it means that you could take just one of those gimmicks and do the cleanest, like, card change ever. Oh, you picked the set, you picked a card. Was your card the King of Diamonds? No. Boom. How about the Seven of Clubs or whatever the case may be?
Exactly. The first few emails I got was, if it was faces, I'd get the wrong five of clubs, whatever they asked for, and it changed visually, and then you bit a show front and back. And I thought, oh, that is good. That isn't just the same trick. Does that make sense? It
Yeah.
is technically. I never lie. There's no point. It is technically the same thing, but it kind of does a lot of things the other thing couldn't do. It's not just
Yeah.
replicating the other thing. But one of my little dems is, oh, it's not the five. It's not the jack. Oh, it must be a red king then, And that little visual change, and
Yes.
then I unfold it, and that looks really good. So I decided after a lot of thought to do a version two, Royal Quartet. And that's the boy.
And
Royal as in because
the
they
original
pictures.
Quartet, a lot of people said it was like your best release that year. Like Quartet was so well received. Like I know
It,
you sold
it
a metric ton of
it
them.
it was a monster. Honestly, it was great. People absolutely loved it, and I think that's why I got so many emails going. Can you make me this in a queen and a king? Could I have two red back? And I started to think that I think that's why I got so many. It'd be
Yeah.
great if the faces could change, but that way it's wrong and you just drop it and it changes. Looks fantastic. So I
Mm.
think Royal Quartet will. Again, there was very little in them at Columbus, Ohio, but people really liked it a lot. I had a few people buy two, and that normally tells you as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's normally a big clue when they go, "Can I get two of them?" And
Mm.
I go, he really likes this because he's thinking of a backup already, or something else he's going to do with it, or whatever. So yeah, I'm really pleased with it as well. It's really good.
You should be. You absolutely should be. I mean, that's a stonking set of four that, like, I just think you once again you've bossed it. Once again, no one's going to touch you. Um,
Ah,
it's
I
true.
don't know about that, but they are good this time. They're all good.
But obviously, as well as these four, you're also going to have some of your classic range, right? You
Yeah,
always
of
bring some of
course.
the
I'll always have. Killer in Manila, one of my favourites, and I always have exacts, and I'll have. Last year I had a brilliant trick that I sold out of on day one called Blank Vision,
Great
and
trick. Yeah.
I sold them all on Friday. So people were coming Saturday and Sunday. I saw Craig, and he said this is great, and I went, I'm so sorry, I condemn it for you. So I'll definitely have that with me. That always sells well. I'll have some coin sets as well.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, you are the destination for coin sets when people come to Blackpool because you've got all
I'll have
the
some coins.
beautiful
We're working on them
Morgan.
now.
Yeah.
I'm going to say something now, and I'm going to get myself in trouble. I'll see how they finish tomorrow. I might have some £2 double deceptions.
Well, that is something that people have been wanting for a long
Well,
freaking time.
it's been 2 years almost. They're so hard to make, Craig, and until you get to the very last step, you don't know if the middle's going to fall out. So the
Mm.
whole thing just disintegrates at the end, and you can't fix it, you can't repair it. And so we just went, I've got too much to do, but I've got about 15, 20 sets looking like they're going to work. You normally know as you get to the final step of the flipper, you
Yeah.
normally find, because you're very thin on that back wall, because double deception has to lock.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot in that shell. You're very thin, and it all just falls a bloody part, and it's so annoying. But it looks like we'll have a few, and people always ask me, so that'll be good. Um, I
For
might
people
have
that don't know,
I might have a surprise. I might have, my thin Morgans.
yes.
I might have thin Liberties and thin Kennedys.
Ooh, that's a great idea.
So I might have a few of those as well. Kind of a new release. I'm just not calling it a new release because it's just the same thing, isn't it? So that's good. Have you seen the price of silver? It's gone
Yeah,
crazy,
it's
hasn't
gone
it?
through the roof. Yeah, it really has gone through the roof.
People are going to get a big shock when they want expanded shells and sets, and I think they're going to go, "How much is this?" A
Yeah.
guy Facebooked me today a message saying, "Have you got any Morgan sets?" And I said, "Do you know how much Morgan sets are going to be?" He just had no clue that silver went to 100 and something dollars an ounce, right?
Yeah, it's really
Morgans are 90 something dollars each cost.
it's insane, isn't it? It's
You
absolutely
need five of those in a set, and it's expensive, isn't it?
and,
So
and for people that don't know, Mark hand makes all of his coin gimmicks himself.
I make them all now.
You were tutored by probably one of the greatest living coin creators of all time, Bob
I
Swan.
was indeed. I worked
And
with Bob.
and
I worked with Bob
yep.
Swadlin for a long time. I have a guy over in England who helps me as well. And I've got a nice workshop now. I've got one, two, three, four. I've got five lathes, all
Wow.
set to do different jobs. And then I've got a couple of cutting machines and different things. And yeah, I did. In fact, before I spoke to you, I cut 20 flippers this morning. I made them yesterday and did all the cutting today. So I did that early today. Got a little bit of jet lag from America, so I may as well get up and do something, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I try to do nice coin sets. I really do. I take a lot of pride in them and take. I'm a bit slower than everyone else. If I'm being true, I think I am. I'm not rapid, but they come out nice. They really come out really good. So my flippers, I think now they're really up there. Flippers and shells. I'm really good at expanders. So I will have some. I'm not sure exactly what I'll have, but I always have shells and flippers and double deceptions and stuff. I think I've got a few double deception Morgans as well.
Oh wow, that I've never seen a Morgan doubles.
Yeah, I made 10 for Columbus, and I think I sold six. I think I've got four left.
There you
So
go.
that'll be nice. I think I sold six of them. I think I've got four, so that should be good. But yeah, honestly, it's really nice of you to say that you like the tricks. And I think people just think me and you are mates, and you'd say they're all great no matter what. But
Oh no, I
I
would
know, I
say,
know that's a problem. I know when I come on here, if you think it's crap, you're going to go, well, that's bloody rubbish.
yeah,
Uh, or you're going to nicely say, this isn't as good as your other stuff, or,
yeah,
and, and, and if that's the truth then, isn't it? You
yeah.
know,
But I mean, you've got banger after banger after banger after banger here, mate. Honestly, people are going to love this for. And obviously, for those who have never been to Blackpool before and never experienced Mark Deming, he's one of the few people that will just constantly dem all day, every day.
yeah, I'll be working. I'll
Yeah,
be working. It
you
is
know
work, isn't
everybody's
it?
name at the convention. Doesn't matter who you
Yeah.
are. You
I
walk
used to. I'm getting old, I keep forgetting some now. But yeah, I'm not bad. I'm pretty good. I'm not bad at Nate, especially if I've got a big badge on.
Yeah, well,
That
that
helps.
helps, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
But yeah. Are you going to be working Blackpool? Have you got to do anything?
Yeah, well, I'm going to be on Penguin's booth.
Yeah, so you know it's working. It's hard work, right?
Yeah, it really is. I'll
Yeah.
probably let Eric Tate do most of it, and I'll just pretend that I'm doing work. You know, I mean, he's there. He's younger than me. Let him do all of that.
Yeah. Eric's a good worker as well, isn't he?
Eric's great.
Yeah,
But
he's a good guy.
it's worth noting as well that Mark is some. You know, you'll go to some. Penguin is a perfect example because Penguin are a very big magic shop, and I love Penguin, so I'm not
Massive.
anything negative about them. Everything is keyed into their laptop. So their POS system that they use, which means it's almost impossible for them to do deals. They can't knock $5 off because every
Ah, I didn't know that.
yeah, they have to click this button and that's going to be the total, and that's
Yeah,
linked to how people pay. It's very
yeah.
difficult to get deals,
Ah,
and it's not
I
just
do.
them. Yeah,
I'll be doing my 4 for 80 deal, I think.
I was about to say, when I know about you, there's always deals to be done. You
Yeah,
have insane,
yeah. And
crazy deals.
3 of the new tricks will be in the pack.
Wow.
So that'll be good. That'll be good. The sandwich can't be, and it's just too much work and too hard to produce. And there's 2 of us involved, and etc. etc. But the other 3, I mean, they'll be in the pick any 4 for. It'll be about 80 this year. Yeah, about $100, about 80-ish, give or take. Or I only do that at Blackpool. You know that, right?
Yeah, I
I
know.
can't
Yeah.
do that online and sending stuff out, and it's just for the people who come and support you every year, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And
So it,
I'll say the same thing that I say to people every year. Every year I interview you before Blackpool, I say this same thing. And every year people will say in the comments that I'm talking crap, and I'm not. If you look, there are producers and magic shops at Blackpool you can go to, you can go and look at something, you can go back a couple of days later, and you can go, oh, right, I'll pick that up. You can go away and think about it. Mark is a Deming machine. He's a pitch master. You bring limited quantities of everything anyway.
I do, I
Goal,
do
you've
bring
openly
limited.
said, if you know, your goal is to piss off halfway through the last day.
Oh,
Like you'd always laugh halfway through that. People will always come up to me going, "Where's Mark Mason gone?" I'm probably halfway to Spain right now. If I know
yeah,
Mark, probably
it's
halfway to Spain.
it's 4 days this year, isn't it? We've
Yeah,
got an
it
extra
is.
day of them, haven't we? We'll see how that goes.
Well,
Gives
for
people a
most
bit more
people, for
time.
you, you'll probably disappear
Might
on
thin the room
Saturday.
out a little bit, maybe. I don't mind the room thinning out a little bit.
Yeah,
People think that I don't. I mean, I like to be busy, but I don't mind a few a bit thinner. I can pick and choose, get a nice crowd round and stuff. So it will be interesting. Yeah, I'll be trying to sell the stuff.
yeah.
That's my
But the
job,
but the
right?
point I was trying to make, Mark, every year I tell people, if you want something that Mark Mason's got, don't procrastinate on it. Buy it because it will go. I said that you mentioned blank vision last year. I told everybody on uh,
I sold
this
all of them.
exact thing. I said blank vision is amazing. Go and pick it up on day one. And I know the amount of people that were just like, "Oh, I miss blank vision." It's going to be the same with some of this stuff. I know it's going to sell out on day one. I know it is.
Well, I hope so. I mean, that's always great, but in my mind, it's a 2, 3, 4, whatever day event, and if as long as I've got most of it gone by Sunday, I'll be over the moon with that as well. But yeah, it went great at Columbus. I can't see it being much different in Blackpool, other than there's 5 times the amount of people, right? I mean, other than that, so stuff does sell. Coin sets, but it's a shop they sell because you haven't got many, have you? I might only have 20 Morgan shells and 15 flippers, and people go, but really 20 is nothing when there's thousands of people in a room.
No,
It,
there's not nothing. Your coin
Whereas the
set
card stuff, I can have 100 or 200 or whatever.
Well, I
So,
remember at Magic Live last year, you had a lot of your coin stuff nicked.
well, yeah, it was. I've got all my hand up. It's my fault, isn't it? I'm a numpty. I left my suitcase of coins at the edge of a bar while I grabbed a beer to go. I wasn't even in the bar. I just grabbed one Bud Light to go to bed. Left the whole suitcase of every single coin set I had. I lost a lot. They found them in the ladies' toilets, all ripped open and gone. Um, and without getting into it, they can even see who it is. But they told me that you're wasting your time. Really, you're not getting the money back. The coins are gone, and so it is what it is. But that was weird to lose all that stuff.
Well, don't worry, you're going to Blackpool. There's nowhere safer. But you won't. You...
Yeah, I'm gonna lose nothing. Blackpool. Don't forget, I lived there a long time. I know a
Oh
few
yeah.
people at least, right? I get the
Yeah.
local mafia around to sort you out. But I'm so glad that you like the tricks. I'm really I'm always happy when you like them. I know I'm in with a shot.
Yeah, no, they're great. They're absolutely genuinely what I said is true. This is your best lineup yet. I really
Yeah,
do
well,
believe it is.
hopefully we'll do well with it. Um, I always appreciate you putting this little our little interview out and people having a look. People who can't, because there's lots go on
Well, I
yours
was
who have nothing to do with Blackpool.
yeah, and I was going to ask if people are watching this and they're wherever in the world and they can't come to Blackpool for whatever reason, how do they get this stuff?
You drop me
Because
in.
I know if they wait for it to go through Murphy's, they could be waiting 12 months.
Yeah, that will happen. I mean, it will. But they drop me an email. Just
Yeah.
drop me an email. You can find my website. Drop me an email. I do get a lot of customers, a lot every year who basically say, send me these, or I like these, or these sound good, or I'll do a little newsletter next week just to let people know there's going to be 4 new tricks. And just drop me an email or a message, and I'll gladly. I've already got some in America. I've got some in England already. I've got some in Europe, so I can look after everybody. I'll make sure everybody's happy and enjoy the tricks. So
And the website
I
is
can,
JBTV. You have two websites, don't you?
yeah, you can. If you're in America, it's jbtvusa.com, and if you're in England, it's jbtv.co.uk.
Brilliant. And what's the best email address to email you if they want to email you?
Email is jbm Mark Mason. It always has been JB Magic JBM Mark Mason at AOL.com.
There you go. Brilliant. So,
JBM Mark Mason at AOL.com. Dead easy. Drop me a message if you like the sound of any of them. If I can get what I normally do is get them all ready and get everything sorted, tell the shippers what to do, and then I go off to Blackpool and do my little thing, right? And
yeah.
hope we can pay all the bills in February. That's the plan.
Don't think you're going to have too much of a problem, Mr. Mason. I think you'll be all right. I think you'll be
We're going
okay.
to be all right.
I think you'll be all right this year. Yeah. Congratulations on all your
Thank
continued
you.
success. I can't wait to see you. It's only a couple of weeks. You're the first person I'll come up and see. You're an absolute legend. And I know you say every year you're getting too old for this. Never stop. Never stop. You are the heartbeat of this community. You really are. You're
You're
the
very, very
amount of
kind.
people that come up to me that say how much they love you and how much they respect you and how much, for them, just coming and seeing you at Blackpool is one of the things that they want to do. Don't forget, for years, people came to the Blackpool Magic Convention and they stuck around an extra day just to come to your shop.
Yeah,
You've
I know.
got
It was
so much
great. And
respect.
I truly appreciate all that side of it as well. And I think sometimes you forget that, yeah, people do, they look up to you, or some of the things you do are in their act, or they'll ring me about No Tear newspaper and say I've done it for 15 years, and they're paying their bills with some of this stuff, right? And it gets a bit overlooked sometimes, doesn't it? You just overlook some stuff. But I'm always glad to see the faces. I know so many people there. I mean, it's it's a good convention, isn't it? I like it.
Yeah, it
I
really is.
like it. I know it's hustle bustle. I meet a few people. It's not their favorite. It's too much for them. But I love it like that. I
Yeah.
think it's great. I think the team are doing a great job as well. I think it's improving.
Oh, yeah, every year. How they manage to improve it every year, I don't know, but they do.
I think it's improving. So it will be interesting to see 4 days. I don't know what that'll do in the dealer's room. I don't know if it'll make a lot of difference or you'll do the same over 4 days. I don't know, but that'll be interesting. But I truly think they're doing a really good job.
Yeah, so do I. So do I. Absolutely. I think we'll see more one day people because, I think there'll be one day people on the Thursday, one day people on the Friday, one
I
day.
hope you're right, because they're my favourite. They're my favourite badge. They're the ones I pick every time.
Well, they're hustling, aren't they? They know they've only got one day and they,
They've
they,
got
they,
one
they
day,
have a
there's
mission.
200 people, and if you see something you like, they nearly always make a decision, right? I like
Yeah.
one day.
Yeah.
If I see that 1 day ticket or anything on a pass, they're always good to show stuff to, because we're talking about sales now. We're trying to be as honest as we can be. We're there to make a living, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the 1 day guys normally make a decision, or they've seen 3 things they like and they make a decision. Whereas if
Yeah.
you're there for 4 days, I mean, look at FISM. You can spend 6 days before you decide what you're even going to do.
Yeah. Fisson was insane.
But
Yeah.
1 dayers who are just in, they arrive at 10 and they're thinking about getting the train at 4. They have to make some decisions. So hopefully it'll be great. I can't imagine why it wouldn't be. Everyone I know is going. It's not like the numbers are dwindled.
Oh no, the numbers
So
have gone up through the roof.
Yeah,
A lot of people are having to do 2 lectures just to, you know, keep up.
just to cover the people.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I hope everybody does great. I mean this sincerely. It always sounds fake. There's room for all of us.
yeah.
I hope we all do great, and everybody leaves going, man, that was. I've had a great time. I bought some new tricks. I saw 15 lectures, 2 workshops, the stage. I hope everyone has a great time. I mean, that's the plan, right?
That's the goal. That's the goal.
The
And
plan is have a great time and buy some of my crap.
yeah, 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 yeah. But have a great time, get drunk, and make sure you buy everything Mark Mason comes out with. That's
Yeah,
that's,
that would be
that's
lovely.
the three
That'd be the
rules of
perfect
Blackpool.
weekend scenario for me. That would be the dream. I don't think it quite works like that, but that would be the dream.
Absolutely.
I don't want to know anything. Don't say anything. But I'm sure you've seen some other great releases, and everybody will be trying hard, and hopefully we'll all do
Yeah,
well.
there's quite a few people bringing out some really fun stuff. So
Great.
yeah,
That's excellent news.
your
That keeps it
your
ticking,
old
doesn't
friend
it?
who backs onto you, Mr. Nardi, he's got some great stuff coming out. So
Peter's a good guy, isn't he? I like Peter a lot. We've been
yeah,
friends a long time.
yeah,
Peter and Jenny, nice couple. They work hard. I saw him at Magic Live and said, "You've never worked as hard, man. You're on everything.
yeah.
So many releases and a video and a YouTube and a thing and a thing and a thing." I said, "You're really
I think
working."
I spoke to Pete, and I think before lockdown, he kind of lost his passion a little bit, and he was going through the motions. And I think after lockdown, with Harry coming into the business,
I think Harry's really helped, hasn't he?
yeah, I think it's really fired up his mojo.
Yeah, and he's doing videos and release dates and things with you and things with. He's really doing well, and I hope he's doing great. He knows that. He doesn't need to see this to know that. We've been friends a long time, and I'm glad to see he's doing really well, and he's got some great tricks, hasn't he?
Yeah, he
That's been.
has. Yeah,
So he should do really well. All right, I suppose I better let you go and interview
you've got
somebody else.
you got some flippers to cut.
I've got some
Yeah,
flippers to cut, and I've got to take the little piece off and just back them off, and so that I'm going to do that this afternoon, and I might even go out for a little sandwich if the Spanish sunshine is out. It's beautiful outside,
that
so
sounds good to me. I wish I was.
yeah,
I'm in freezing cold Birmingham, but
yeah,
that's my cross to bear.
yeah. You're doing just fine. I think you're going to be just fine. So
Absolutely.
again,
Mark,
thanks again, buddy, and I can't wait to see you at Blackpool. To everybody out there, have a safe journey, and hopefully I'll see everybody soon.
absolutely. Guys, do me a favor, leave a comment down below. Let Mark know what he thought of the interview. And look, I'll say it one more time. Head straight over to his booth because he is going to have limited quantities, and this is some amazing material. If you are not coming to Blackpool, contact Mark, go on his website, send him an email, and you can get access to it as well. You don't have to miss out. But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow with another video with one of the producers that are going to be at the Blackpool Magic Convention. But until then, on behalf of the legend himself, Mr. Mark Mason, thank you so much for joining me. My name's Craig, and this is Magic TV.
Bye for now.